So you're thinking about moving or relocating to Rogers, Arkansas, and you're wondering what are some things that you really need to know about Rogers before moving to the area? Well, today, my friend, I'm going to reveal 5 different areas that you should understand before moving to Rogers, Arkansas. In no particular order, you should understand that Rogers, Arkansas is very spread out. Some people say there are 2 different areas of Rogers. In my opinion, there are more like 4. Starting with the far west side of Rogers, on the west side of Highway 49 is a very up-and-coming area of Rogers with lots of residential homes. You've got 2 gated communities on the west side of Rogers that are both gated and golf course communities. More on those later in the real estate section. Then moving farther east, you've got the Pinnacle Hills area of Rogers, which is, again, more of an up-and-coming area with lots of retail shops, commerce, many activities to do, which we'll talk about here in the next section. Then heading even further east, you have downtown, more of the historic area of Rogers. And then even farther east than that, you've got the Beaver Lake area. So some people say you have the Pinnacle Hills area of Rogers, and then you also have the downtown or the old town Rogers, where everything started back in the late 1800s. And then we have the far side of Rogers, which includes War Eagle Mill, Beaver Lake, the War Eagle Caverns, again, we're going to talk about in one of our next sections. So Rogers is very spread out. From one side to the other is going to be anywhere from 35 to 55 minutes to get from the far west side to the far east side of Rogers. Of course, depending on multiple factors like time of day, traffic patterns, and which direction you are headed. The next topic for me to help uncover for you is, in my opinion, Rogers has so much more to offer you as a resident or area resident than any other town in Northwest Arkansas. Much like many of the other surrounding areas that also have hiking and biking trails, Rogers has hiking trails, biking trails, golf courses, Top Golf. With over 30,000 acres of lake surface, Beaver Lake is located in Rogers for you to enjoy all of the boating activities like tubing, skiing, e-foiling, sailing, wakeboarding. Maybe you're even very talented and you could barefoot ski if the lake is flat enough in a cove. There are concerts that happen at the Arkansas Music Pavilion, locally known as the AMP. Shopping, 2 movie theaters, multiple museums. My favorite is the Daisy Airgun Museum. You definitely need to check out the Daisy Airgun Museum in downtown Rogers. The LPGA has an event that's held at Pinnacle Hills Golf Course each year. Rogers has an active grist mill, caves, caverns, parks, camping, Hobbs State Park and Conservation Area, mountain biking. Bikes, Blues, and Barbecue happens in the fall every year in Rogers at the Rogers Community Center, there in the Pinnacle Hills area. Rogers also has a water park at Rogers Aquatic Center with lazy river, pools, water slides. My friend, there are so many activities and things for you and your family to enjoy in Rogers, but of course there's all the surrounding area as well. Next on our list is regional growth. Before you move here, understand that Northwest Arkansas, Rogers is seated right in the middle. Know that the local region, Northwest Arkansas, is seeing over 35 net people move here every single day. And I happen to believe that that is going to increase significantly here in the coming years. With lower cost of living, according to multiple websites, over 25% lower than the national average for housing and nearly 10% lower than the national average in groceries, Northwest Arkansas is one of the most cost-effective areas to live in the country. Now, I will inform you, my friend, Rogers, Arkansas, and the surrounding Northwest Arkansas is actually one of the most expensive areas to live in all of the entire state of Arkansas. With the amount of growth that we're experiencing in our area, yes, it's fun and exciting to see new things come to the area, but just know that with those growing pains, you're going to see traffic delays. Maybe something that you'd like to have, for instance, a Costco. Rogers doesn't have a Costco, and neither does anywhere in all of Northwest Arkansas. Rogers does have one of the only Targets in the area. Can I say Target in the land of Walmart? Rogers is getting a Whole Foods in the Pinnacle Hills area. Maybe there's something that you enjoy wherever it is that you're coming from, but we don't have it here, yet. It's probably coming. Wouldn't it be nice to have an In-N-Out? I'm not saying or announcing that there's an In-N-Out coming to our area, but I would love to see an In-N-Out in Northwest Arkansas, but there isn't one yet, maybe in the future. Recently, J.B. Hunt, Tyson, and Walmart, of course, are doing improvements and or building a new home office. Walmart has recently announced that thousands of their employees and or vendors are needing to be moved here in the very near future. That's an initiative that's happening over the next 4 or 5 years, but a good chunk of people are going to be moving to Northwest Arkansas, Rogers included. Needless to say, with all of that growth and development, there is stuff coming, there's stuff that's currently in the works, growth, and who doesn't want to be a part of something that's absolutely growing? If you're a local and you're watching this, my friends, things are changing.
I am inevitable.
Next on our list is you should know in Rogers, the schools are pretty great. According to niche.com, they gave Rogers an A rating and noted as the second best school district in Benton County. Now, speaking of public school systems, Rogers has 2 high schools, 4 middle schools, and 16 elementary schools. They also have New Technology High School, which is a charter school, and Rogers Arkansas School of the Arts. If you have a family with children wanting to go to schools, Rogers has some pretty good schools. Before we get to our last item on today's list, you should know that down in the link is a relocation guide. If you're looking to move to the area and would like to have a copy of the relocation guide that I've crafted for you, please click the link and it'll take you to a website to fill out your information, and I'll physically mail you a relocation guide. Those go out every Friday. Last but certainly not least is Rogers Arkansas offers a wide variety of housing options. Rogers offers apartments, duplexes, lake houses, houses in gated communities, golf course communities, 2-story ranch style. You should know in Northwest Arkansas, there aren't many areas that have homes with basements. You might be coming from an area and be concerned about our weather patterns, specifically tornadoes. If you're looking for a home with a basement, as of the shooting of this video, looking at Fayetteville, Springdale, Bentonville, Centerton, Bella Vista, and Rogers, you should know that the best place to find a home with a basement, according to Homes Right Now, is in Bella Vista, and the second best place to find a home with a basement is in Rogers. Go ahead and take a look at this chart. Centerton, only 2.2% of the homes have basements. Bentonville at 6.1, Springdale at 6.4. Fayetteville jumps up to 10.3 of the available current homes have basements. Rogers, as mentioned, is the second best area to find a home with a basement at 28.5% of homes available on the market today have basements, and Bella Vista has 37.7% of the available inventory has a basement. My friend, if you're looking for specific properties in Northwest Arkansas and or Rogers, it's my pleasure to help serve. And now you know a little bit more about what life is like in and around Bentonville and Rogers. Thanks for watching.